Okay, just trying to get my bearings. Okay, I've got my camera on. It's like I'm using my tablet thing, so it's not my usual streaming setup. So it's a little precarious. I've got like a book holding it and blah blah blah. So we definitely can't overpour. Okay, so I watched like this YouTube channel. And I started watching, he has like a resin channel and also a craft channel. And Steve's Arts and Crafts. He's an Australian man, or he might be Scottish actually. He might be Scottish. But great accent and everything, you know, the whole brogue happening. And he does like just, you know, in his home workshop, all these arts and crafts. Anyway, I was watching his show, and he's like talking about he's gonna like pour this one mold, and I had purchased on eBay a crate full of molds that came out to be like a little less than $1 a piece. They were all in like original packaging and all this stuff. And the mold he was using was one of the molds that was in the box. And it came with all these bits. And I was like, hey, I got that mold! So I was pretty excited that I actually had something that... So apparently you take these bits and these bits, this thing. Okay, so this thing goes in here. And I think these go in here. Is it in here? Yeah. Probably should have watched that video. But it's just like a structural to help give structure to your mold. I don't usually do molds that are open like this. You know, you've seen my dice. I mean, those are 3-dimensional molds. When you're pouring those, they have lids. It's like completely surrounded. It's like a part A and a part B. You pour the resin in, you put the lid on. You know, there's no pressure pot. Oh, I forgot my stick lighter. There's no pressure pot situation here. This is just like my home studio. I don't even have a torch. It's going to be like just full on old school. Okay, I did bring masking tape. Okay. I want to kind of get this in the shot though, because I'm trying something kind of cool where I'm going to be doing mica powder on using it kind of like a blank canvas. And I want to try and do a galaxy-like thing. So you just get you know, if you see hairs or any, like, doodads. So this is supposed to be like a vanity tray, but I'm actually going to try and make it a dice tray. Any place you see... I have a cat, so yeah. This is why I don't work at home. This is why I go to the studio to do my stuff. Because otherwise, you know, you get wuzzies and woolies and fuzzies and such. This into camera view. Okay. So I have a mat. This is a silicone, the pink thing, silicone mat underneath. But underneath that, I actually have some leveling acrylic bits to level my surface. Can't see them, they're hidden under the thing, but it's basically like, you can get them at the Dollar Tree. It's, I don't know if you can see this thing. They're like cutting boards. plastic cutting boards, and then I just use them as shims. Because they're nice and thin, so sometimes you just need a little, like a little, and not like a big. Anyway, so going to put these bad boys together. So apparently what's a thing with these larger molds is that once you put the resin in, you know, like they tend to, they tend to bleh, like that, blip. So a few of the better companies, I mean, I'm just going to say it, have thought ahead and made these kind of cages for your molds too. Just these little laser cut wooden cages for your molds to sit into, so that if the walls moves, you don't. A little tight, a little tight. Oh, it's bendy. Oh wait. All right. This is the bit. Nope. This is the bit. Go up in there, please. Thank you. Ah! Come on. Why do you torment me this way? No, but I got all these great, like, molds, and I was like, I still haven't really done anything with them. Well, this is going to be a pain. It's going to be a pesta. Let me see if I can build it around it, perhaps. Perhaps that is the better choice. So that's a little warped on that side, I think. I guess they're a little warped on all sides. I appreciate the effort, though, that the manufacturer has made towards keeping the molds. Oh, see, that's good. Alright. Oh, no! Not that! That's the micro glitter. We don't want that falling. I know, I'm so dramatic. Okay, so I have this micro glitter from Recollections. Yeah, it's just called, it's micro glitter snow. And I did get like a whole huge palette. It's a beautiful, if you are a glitter person, it's like every color you could think of in a micro glitter. It's so pretty. It's got, let's see, 28 colors of micro glitter. And I'm just going to pinch. I'm going to put a little on my hand. And I'm going to pinch it and glitter it around my, because they're going to be stars. That's the, it's a Milky Way galaxy happening over there. So hopefully this will add enough of a glint. Okay, I think I've done too much. It's micro glitter. You can be sparing with it because it's like teeny tiny little flakes. And so that one is snow. It's like a faint white with Aurora Borealis finish, like glaze on the glitter. So I'm going to put that away because it's kind of a big container. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Oh good, you can see the glitter on the screen. It's actually so microscopic, but the screen is definitely like zooming in on it. But so it's not as much as what is appearing, hopefully not as much as what's appearing on there. Okay, so I've got kind of a inspiration photo. So I'm going to go into my Series 2 Pearl-X colors because they have like more solid colors going on. Okay, we want bright yellow. Let's see. That's sparkling gold. That's not quite what we want. Oh, here we go. I think this is it. That's orange. Okay. It's just too many colors. Should have gone through these. Okay, we want this one. That's azul. No. So many colors. Ooh, what is this color? Oh, that is the turquoise. Okay. The turquoise looks so different compared to that color chart. I mean, that's it's bright yellow. We also want something that's called solar gold. That's not it. That's Aztec. I need to sort through my stuff. I've got too many colors. So normally, when you pour three-dimensional molds, you mix the mica powders into your resin. You don't do what I'm about to do, but according to the YouTuber I was watching, you can do this as well. I am not seeing flamingo pink. Where is this flamingo pink you speak of? I got these multi-sets. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, I do want that one. Kind of pulling off these. Here, I'll switch them around so you can see the colors. It's just these different hues. As soon as I find flamingo pink, that'll be awesome. Should put these in upside down. Oh, this might be it. Hold on. Salmon pink. No, that's not it. Okay, let's see. This one. But this is annoying. Oh wait, okay. Flamingo pink. Excellent. Okay, alright. So they just give you these little these little color charts in the container, and these are very small jars, but a little tiny mica powder goes a long way. When you're coloring resin, so I'm not sure how it's going to be when I'm swirling it about freestyle in this mold, but we'll see. So I'm going to start with the lighter the yellow and work my way down to the darker bits. So we want to put it on my thing as light to dark. Let's see. Okay. I've got a bunch of soft bristle brushes out here. And I do have a fan brush as well. So we'll see how it goes. But okay. So just going to start like kind of pressing in. So I'm doing a nebular cloud is the so I just want to move the mica powder around so that it kind of fades out into nothingness. So there's no like actual little piles and bits and stuff left over. See, like that would be a pile in a bit. So we want to cloud it up. I did want to use a smaller brush. I mean, I do of course have much larger brushes, but I did want to keep it smaller because I kind of wanted these little like feathery spots, but you can see how it stops feathering out. So that's how you know you got the clump gone. I'll just do, got a couple clumps. I have this crazy one. Look at that crazy fan. It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy and soft, which I'm going to use at the end to try and bring like the colors together. I'll just put a little something over here because it's already got some bloops. So it'll help bring that away. Okay. So I think that's going to be it for the for that color. So that color was lavender, gray lavender. So it's got a combination. Is it showing? I don't think it's showing up on the camera. It's so funny. It like zoomed in on the micro glitter, but like inside the mica, there's like 3 different colors. There's like a purple, a lavender, and then like a gray, silvery gray in the mix. So it's going to really give it that galaxy-like thing. This one I'm not sure about, just because it seems to be like a very, you know, striking color, so I think we'll use it sparingly. It's pretty bright. But I do want to, yeah, it's not so bad. To complement the lavender we've just put down, because yellow is the complementary color of purple in the color wheel. So that'll help things pop a little. Yeah, this one is not feathering out as nicely. It's pretty striking. It's fine. I can grab my flame torch. The problem with these molds is that you can damage them pretty easily if you use a butane torch. So they recommend using like just like a stick lighter. Okay, I think this is a less is more. Maybe not. I thought there was going to be less is more, but that doesn't carry the mica out of the, when you just hit it a little bit. Yes, that's a very professional way of doing it. It's just blowing it out of the way. but I just want to keep bringing it out so it's got a feathery. Okay, I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna do. It's so bright. It's so bright. Just a little bit here because I don't want to ignore this little floof, but it's like I don't want it to take over either. Okay. It's so bright. It was probably a poor choice, but I needed a second yellow. So you have to work when you're doing something like this, where the underneath of this mold is the top. So when we fill it and then it sets and blah, 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 and you take it out of the mold, the flip side is the top. So you want to work from your lighter colors to your darker colors, because otherwise your lighter colors will not show up. They will be covered by all the things. So, but what's great is you can just dash off your brush onto your cloth or wipes before going in your next color. So we've got this beautiful turquoise. I think that's exactly what it's called. No, this is the sky blue. The turquoise is a little darker. It's over here. So this kind of has the consistency of, you know, like when you have eyeshadow that has, you know, that flecks apart, you know, when it's not a creamy shadow, but it's like a really powdery eyeshadow that has a lot of, okay, that's not enough apparently, that, really poofs, or, you know, I think it's more like the consistency of the foundation that's like the essential, the powdered foundation kind of a thing. That kind of is what it reminds me of, like the minerals, bare minerals or something like that, I think is what it was called. I don't actually use that, and I've never used it, so I can't recommend it. But so it's just going to give me this kind of gray. You can see it's starting to bring out the gray from the purple as I come into contact with it. It's very sparkly though. Like they're all kind of sparkly. It has like a pearl mica finish. So they're all going to have like sparkle to them. Plus there's like additional sparkle that I put down. And I'm trying to keep it to the purple area and kind of the underneath bits. If your blue, you know, coincides with your purple, it's fine. It's just going to make it like a deeper, like it's going to make it a violet color where they meet. Trying to keep it away from the yellow because it will make it a green where they meet. It will blend into like a green color. But it definitely looks like a cloud-like thing. Cloud-like. So I knew this was going to be most of the, so you can see that. It's kind of an awkward angle for the camera. And my DMG, my Dungeon Master guidebook is like kind of holding the whole contraption together. It's just the right weight. What can I say? Okay, so this I'm going to be a little heavy-handed. This is the flamingo pink, because I want to create like its own separate cloud. Like the yellow and the blue were a support color. Those were support colors for the purple cloud. This is going to have its own, this is like its own entity. So I want to, going to be a little heavy-handed. That was a little bit too heavy-handed. I'll try and feather that out quite a bit. But I do want it to be its own person. But you can do this technique with paint. You know, if you want to create a, like acrylic paint is nice if you want to take your, say your room colors and just create a piece of art. And you can just use this kind of feathering technique. I used to do paintings for my friends all the time in high school where they just wanted like a piece of art that matched, that coordinated with their bedrooms, right? So I would take a blank canvas, take the colors of their bedrooms, also do a white, and I do like kind of like white different clouds, and they're like just like, well, I do the white last because that's a top down kind of a thing. So you put your lighter colors, you put your darker colors on first, and then you work your way up to a light color. And it was a good way to have just an abstract, you know, I mean, I used school supplies. And that's the great thing about high school, is you can use school supplies for all your art. When you get to college, it's like, do I eat or do I buy the Prismacolor markers that I need for graphic design class? It's like, well, seeing as how I'm paying for the class with my night job, full-time night job, and going to school full-time during the day, I'll just lose some weight. Yeah, sure. That's your starving artist. The starving artist part of your life is art school. Okay. I'm going to keep that part kind of dark. Okay, so we're moving in to other colors. Okay, I'm thinking I might go back into, well, I guess I could do the other purple. Okay, so this color, this is an orange color, and this I'm using sparingly because it's a brightie. It's a bright one. It's a super crazy, not as crazy as yellow, but it's definitely in the same realm as that crazy bright yellow color. So try and decide where I want to put this. So it's going to be a support color for this. Oh yeah, it's definitely not as bad. Definitely not as bad. It can be a little bit more giving. So I'm going to use it as a support color for the red. So kind of just out of the red comes the orange. Kind of going over that line. Okay. Okay. Alright, a little bit here. Again, got to be a little careful because it's meeting up with a blue, so it's going to have like a little bit of a green or a brownish hue if I mix it, if I mold it into the blue too much. It's going to be going towards the not nebulous color side. Oh, I like it. It's so like bizarre. It's heavenly is what it is. It's heavenly. Then I'll make galaxy dice. And then I'll give them to somebody. I don't know. Because I already have a dice tray. I don't need another one, technically. But I guess I could put other things on this. It could be like a display tray of something. Of some kind. I can't sell it in the studio because I did it at home and there's a cat here. In fact, he's right behind me. He's sleeping. So, we don't sell things that cats have come into contact with because people are allergic to cats, so. Oh, that's so pretty! Looked like an Easter egg blew up. Okay. Going into the darker bits. These are going to be used away from their counterparts, but so I'm going to use blue here. Stay away from those two. I'm going to use blue here. I'm going to use the purple down here. I'm going to use the purple. Oh yeah, the purple's probably just going to be down here. And then the russet red color, that's kind of, I'll use that wherever I haven't hit with the other ones. This is kind of a crazy color. This is kind of bold. This is a bold color choice. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little intimidated, I won't lie. Oh, it's not so bad. Once you put it down, not bad. When it was on my brush though, like super, super bright scary. Let me see if I can get a spotlight closer to my bit. Pretty shadowy at it now. Nope. I don't know. Oh no! I've done. That's what I get for trying to like zoom in on a brush. Like no one cares about your brush. Okay, I'm going to definitely have to. That better be a happy accident. This better be a happy accident that's happened. It's going to be a gaseous line through my... I have to put more of this purple down because a lot of blue ended up in there. I don't. Don't do what I did. Stay on course. Because it's not like I can erase it, you know. Need a ring light. Okay. It looks so pretty though. Doesn't it look so pretty? Okay. Stay on course. Stay on course. Okay. Going to poof. Perhaps it's poofing a lot. I don't know what's happening with my brush. Suddenly it's poofing much more than it had been. It's my studio. There's a glit. There's probably a decade of glitter or something. Oh. Anything loose, I don't want it to be floating in my resin. Okay, alright, I think that's it for that. So the purple, I'm going to bring in here, and probably a little up here. And then red, like basically the... Now, the red is not like a true red, thankfully. It's got multiple colors in it. This is, however, like freaking purple. Okay, that did not have anything on there. It's like straight up purple. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. So it's supposed to look like cloud-like. So I'm going to do purple over on this side because there's a red there, so I don't want to put the russet next to that. So I'm just like kind of poofing away the excess. Right. Up in here. Oh no, we've got fallout. That's the term I was looking for when I was talking about the eyeshadow before. Okay. The heavens. Up. Ooh, it's like so mysterious looking. Now what would only be a heartbreak is if, you know, it's chock full of bubbles because I don't have a pressure pot here. I'm going to do it in kind of stages of the resin because I need to get resin into this channel. So that's going to be like my first kind of stage of the resin pour. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. So this is, what is this called? Blue russet. So it's like a red, an orange, and a blue blended together. It's a very metallic pearl mica. Definitely has a metallic zhuzh to it. That reminds me of like a rouge color, like a rouge blush color. I kind of want it to glide over the other colors a little bit to bring it, connect them to each other. It's a lot of fallout with this one though. Putting it on your brush a little bit goes a long way. I mean, I barely put anything on there, and there's so much fallout that I'm going to be blowing away off my piece. Kind of like letting it glide. It's fine. And it is a little spot there. Just oh, good. I can like kind of thin it out. That's good. So it's very dark compared to the other ones, but you know, just wanted to have a light and a dark represented somewhere on the piece because it's supposed to be. Oh, that looks so wild. Even on camera. I mean, the camera is having a little hard time focusing on what it's like anything. It's like, oh, that looks like a person. No, there are no people in this shot. Like, it's not quite sure what it's trying to focus on. Now I think it's trying to focus on the light. That little light shine that's happening in the center. I'm going to put my mica powders away. I didn't want to put mica powders in the channel too much. I mean, there is some there, which I was thinking of actually reaching in with a brush and trying to like get some of it out. Only because I don't want it to interfere with it being able to fill the channel. I don't want bubbles. Bubbles are our enemy. Okay. That in there. And I do want to just go over it with this kind of fan to kind of bring... The other thing I have to be careful of, though, is this fan might leave hairs. Like this one. Because it's so floofy. Just lightly go over and just soften where the colors meet. There we go. That looks good. I mean, crazy, but good. Oh, I can show you like this was a pour that I did using the same mica powders that I'm using now, but I put it in the resin and then kind of did like a swirly bit. It is a artist easel, and I use this every day. Even when I'm inking dice, I bring it with me to and from work. And even when I'm just inking dice, when I'm just putting, the acrylic colors on my palette to ink the numerals on my dice, I use it. Okay. All right. Resin time. Let me just go get my torch, because I forgot to grab it. Okay, so I'm using an art resin for this bit. I'm going to be putting equal parts A and B in 2 cups, and then pouring them together into one centralized cup. And because I'm doing it in stages, it doesn't matter if... Oh gosh, I'm not a fan of this one. I think that's why I have... It tends to bubble a bit. I'm using Art Glow. I actually have a few resins that I want to try by Jade Diction that are now available at Amazon. Now that I've said that, please don't buy them out because I still want to try them. So we've got equal parts A and B. Stir stick. I use tongue depressors to stir my... So you can see the part B already has bubbles in it, so not a fan. I recommend low viscosity. The lower the viscosity, the less bubbles you'll have to contend with. You also have to take into consideration work time. When you see something that says work time, that's the amount of time you have to mix your colors, mix your resin, you know, do whatever you're going to do with it, you know, torch out any bubbles and all that stuff before it starts setting up. So I usually do this off camera, but I wasn't sure how, like I would normally have this all mixed up ahead of time so that it can, you know, reach temperature to thicken up, you know. You do have to be careful also if you're doing this that you have safety measures available, because when you are mixing part A and part B together, they do heat up. So now that I'm saying that, I should double my pour. I have to get home supplies because all my silicone pour containers are in the studio now. You know, I bought them straight to the studio so that they would not be come into contact with said beastie who dwells at my house. I definitely want to double up on this. And there we go. So just mixing part A and part B takes about 2 minutes. So I'm going to be looking at my little. So it just looks like. I can't see it. It's clear at the moment. It's kind of has a golden color but I'm going to be putting some pigment in, and I'm using Indigo Night pigment as soon as I open it, because that's, come on, why do you always have to make it hard? So you can get pigments pretty much anywhere, your hardware store. You know, you can go to Home Depot and get pigments. Some really nice pigments that I started experimenting with are actually the cement. The pigments that you use to color cement. Colorant? It's like colorant. But you can get... Now what? I've opened the thing. I'm squeezing the thing. That's probably like a... Well, no, it's... I don't even know what's happening with this thing. Does it need to be shook? What is it? It's a creamy pigment. Like a gel. It's not, there's no water in it though. Okay, there we go. See how that does. See how that color does. Oh, Mama likes. So as I'm mixing part A and B, I'm mixing in the pigment as well. It's like a, I don't know, like almost looks cerulean and Prussian and navy, and there's some black in there. It's like really kind of cool. Now it's, I don't know if I can get it on camera because it's kind of tilted. But you'll see it when I start pouring it on, so hopefully. I need it to thicken up a bit. What's great is it seems to have alleviated some of the... So the key is to mix really slowly. Because the more vigorously you stir, the more bubbles you will create. Okay, Yeah, so I think we're good. We don't have to add anything more to that. If I can, kind of has like, it's somewhat translucent, but I don't know if I can, glean. That's kind of hard. It's hard to see into the cup. It's quite shadowy. I think it might be a little too blue. So I think I'm going to go grab some of my black pigment to just a smidge. Just a smidge. Only black. Come now. Oh, there you are. You're not supposed to be in there. Okay. Just one little dollop. One little dollop of black. Because I don't want it to... Black will take over your color. Hopefully my one little dollop won't undo all this beautiful... No, it's not. Okay, good. It's just creating... I'm going to actually just swirl it in rather than mix it in, if that makes sense. I want it to have that kind of ribbony... Okay, let's see how this goes. Moment of truth. I'm going to pour it in and see what happens. Put that here. Okay, I'm just going to pour a spout for my... Okay. I'm going to follow along the sides so I can get into... Oh, that's such a pretty color. Get into the channel. Concerned that I didn't make up enough because it's migrating out the channel quite a bit. Oh, and that black just made like a crazy ribbon there. Definitely going to have to mix it more, that's fine. I have to make sure that it's getting into this channel on the side. I'm going to pull this away so that I can get my resin to go down into that channel. Right. That's good. Let's back up. There we go. That back in. Okay, yeah, I definitely have to do more resin, but I want to try and kind of guide you across it. Yeah, I don't want to do that because it's creating like a line. Okay. I'm just gonna do a little bit more of each part. I'm gonna let the bubbles rise a bit. That'll be good. You can see kind of the black ribbony goodness throughout, but that color is just so crazy. It is pulling some of the mica, like up off the surface, so anything loose that was there. Don't want to chat too much because that's how things start setting up before you're ready. Okay. So I think like about half of what I did. I'll do like that. I use clear cups so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. They both go into my one pour. Put that into recycling. Okay, I think here I'm going to do the same blue, but put a little more black in it to darken it up a bit. So it's kind of got a blue going out. But then go a little bit darker. So as bubbles come up, I'm just going to grab my torch and where's the safety thing for this thing? Ah, there's it. So you just want to move the flame over your resin to pop the bubbles, but not ignite. Don't do this with alcohol inks. Just you don't want to touch the resin. We're not trying to ignite things here. It's not a candle, it's a tray. You can also use a heat gun, but that will move the mica powder underneath if you use a heat gun, because that blows hot air. It's not just a, oh yes, this is like much darker and richer and a little more evil than the other color. I can't believe I was that much short, just that little bottle. This is good, it'll dome it and it'll be all wonderful. And these like little bits, don't worry about them. They're not going to show, they'll be underneath it all, and there's all the mica is in front of it. Oh, I like this. This is like even like a Prussian blue color. Deep space. more bubbles than I would like though. I think in my little panic mode, a couple, I guess it's better that I see them now. And you know, when it dries, there's nothing more deflating to a pretty thing, to a pretty pour, than seeing a giant bubble in the middle of it. Got this kind of really deep Prussian. I might just throw in some. Oh, could I have been any of that? It's like the black hole. So you can see the bubbles. You get all those little specks that look like sparkles. They're not. They're bubbles. That's why I'm not a fan of this resin, because it's kind of notorious for the bubbles. So I just meet up with the other color. I mean, it's slowly pouring out. It's slowly, once it meets up, it's gonna, you know, gravity's gonna take over. It's gonna start swirling and doing all sorts of bizarre things that you didn't think were possible. So this is just a standard, hold it away. Oh yes, there were bubbles. Look at that. Oh, it is bubble popping. Alright, forget the torch. Go for your heat tool. And look at that bubble popping. It's amazing. Don't get too close though. Not trying to ignite things. Demolded the tray from yesterday. Look how cool that came out. This. It's not completely cured. It's gonna take a couple days probably to completely harden, but look how cool the Nebula cloud came out. And my mold is like, it came out like completely, it's like completely clean. Like there's no mica left on the, look how cool. And there did end up with like a couple mica spots on the, but I'm not, you know, not upset about it. It's kind of like a nice little sparkle that came through. But how cool did that come out? So super happy. My Nebula cloud tray. And just wanted to, you know, follow through with that. The demolding part. It just peeled really easily out of the mold. And I think they have this mold on Amazon. So just look for like a tray mold, and you want to get the one that comes with these like inserts. It comes with these like inserts that hold the tray in place, and this kind of wooden panel that fits underneath the mold. But that's definitely came out great. Like there's no bubbles, there's nothing. It's like a perfect edge. There's like these nice little, and it's a really nice tall, see it's like not quite cured, so I might put it back in the mold to so that this doesn't collapse on the side. You can see there's like still a little bit of movement there, but I did want to check to see how the cloud came out. So thanks for watching last night, and I will try a different project next Friday. Okay, take care. Good night, guys. Love you.